Hey everyone, this is Kitten, and I'm going to, or Kitten Weed, and I'm going to be showing you a random raid that I did with my friends. And the purpose of this is to show you how to do chambers in a casual setting without all the weird requirements or things showing up on the screen or whatever. This is just like going to be hanging out with me in a Discord call while I explain to you the raid. And all that. So this is going to assume that you already know basic stuff like your gear setup, your things like that. And I'm just going to go through each of the rooms and tell you the tech of what I'm doing. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments and I'll specifically answer your question because I'm just a little YouTuber, so that's easy for me to do. So you have to pre-pot. I mean, I showed the pre-pot there, and you can see my gear. We're going into Tekton. There is a lure on this tile, but the people I'm raiding with don't do that lure typically, so we're just going to run around here and make sure to avoid the smokestack. So somebody's going to lure Tekton and pull them in, and when they lure them in, that's going to mean that I actually could have attacked before then. I could have went up and attacked before. As long as he's aggroed by somebody, he'll start walking towards that person. So you want to dump both specs into Tekton while you're moving around the outside. How his mechanics work is he will attack the side that has the most players on it. So if you move away from that side before he attacks and you start attacking the next side off of his 5-tick attack cycle, then you won't get attacked. So that's why you follow those people around. There are tons of other ways that you can do this, but this is just the easiest and most straightforward. You can flinch, different things like that. The one thing to note is if there's ever people like nobody around Tekton, then he might just walk to the anvil right away. So after this, we have crabs. The crabs room is the bane of many people. You're gonna probably sit out if you're doing raids with other people, but here's a good first position you can do. You can get these crabs together, these two crabs, and you want to stun them on these two tiles. Now, if you see the 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles I have marked, those indicate range, mage, melee, and so forth. So you see we just did the melee, or the mage crystal. We made sure to hit the crabs with mage. Here, where he just did the range crystal, and we're going to do the melee crystal next. So that's a quick crabs. That's going to be like a 55-second crabs. The only way to get it faster than that is if you like run in like crazy. And I want to take this opportunity to say that, you know, this is, I'm not like 2000 KC crazy good at chambers. I'm like not dying and I'm going through the raids, but yeah. So the other thing I do want to mention is that this is a full non-CM just for illustrative purposes. So things are going to have a little bit more health and take a little more damage. This is just to show you what the layout of the raid is. So at this point, somebody's going to scav. What that means is they're going to collect a group of secondary ingredients to make potions out of. Typically, everybody needs about, for a CM, about a quarter or a third of an inventory of restores and the rest brews. So like that would be a self prep, maybe like 20 and 10 or something like that, or 18 and 10 or something, whatever. Something like that. People do like multiples. You don't need to worry about any of that. What you just want to make sure is you have the secondaries for your team, and you grab planks to build a chest. If you want, you can grab lockpicks for the thieving room, because remember in a CM, you are going to do every room. We're going to drink our overload potion, and you're also going to drink your prayer enhance. The typical etiquette is to drink it and then drop it in front of the chest, and people will take that from you, and it'll be grand. So deposit your items, make sure you're overloaded, and the items we're going to use for Ice Demon, there are a few. I personally just think that Emberlight here is really good. You can bring Burning Claws. Burning Claws are a good move, because you could bring Burning Claws for here, and then also use Burning Claws on Vasa as well. And then for your second weapon, instead of the Emberlight, you could bring a Fang, which is going to be good at Vanguards and also at Vasa. So that's what I would recommend if you don't have a scythe. I don't have that here, but that's just kind of some new Kitten Weed tech that I'm like cooking up. So I would follow that. Yeah. So we're chopping down trees here and we're going to burn them. Hopefully we have time to burn this one. Oh yeah, we're going to have time. Juicy points coming in. So we're going to equip our melee weapon. You want to maybe, if you have a soul flame, you can soul flame the other people there. Soul Flame's incredibly useful. If you're on CMs with your friends and you are like the noob that doesn't have any mega rares, bring a Soul Flame, and right when you see the like Giga Chads with their scythes come out, you just Soul Flame and everyone will be like, thanks, kitten, you're awesome. Like, you're the best. We just hit a bunch of max hits because of that. Or before they spec or Dragon Claw. Soul Flame is really great. I suggest buying it because it's probably going to be like necessary in Raids 4. So buy it. Buy. From here, we have Lizardmen. Now, I'm going to explain to you things that I wished people taught me about Lizardmen. I'm not going to talk about the safe spot tiles because you're going to see the safe spot happen here. But basically, with Shamans, they're going to attack you, and their widest attack has a 5-block radius, okay? So if they attack you and you run 5 blocks away, you will not take damage from it. The other thing to understand is that Shamans, they will attack the closest player. See how they just attacked Egg there? So if somebody is running the Shamans back and forth, and they're like really close to them, don't just stand there. You can attack the Shaman and do more damage, and it won't aggro onto you. The only exception is if you're on the south side of the room and they're trying to safe spot it, because if you're standing too close to hit it, and if you ever see the Shaman jump, just go back to the safe spot tile. You can see here. So this one we're probably going to have to run. So we see he runs 5, he runs 5, he runs 5, and he's bringing it over there. I'm like, I can run. I am Spartacus. I'm kind of fucking it up. It would have gotten safe spotted, but that's okay. Like, if you're running it, it's cool. So the last thing to mention is that they're more likely to jump if you're in the middle of the room with 2 tiles away from the wall. And if you are closer than that, then they're more likely to summon the Barneys or like spit at you or something like that. So from here, if you're doing anything bigger than a trio, you might want to grab the Noxifer and the Nox and Golpar, but you really just need the Buchus. You're going to plant Buchus here, and then you're going to deposit your inventory. And if you're on Lunars, you're going to fill up chests for your team. You're going to fill up some water bottles for your team. You're going to do all the prep for the rest of the raid right here. So that's pretty friggin' awesome, if I say so myself. Okay, so you can see I'm depositing here and pulling out my rune pouch. Quick. If you put it in the same spot that you had it before and you don't put anything like else in the chest, then it will actually be like, it'll actually be in the same order that it was when you put it in. So that's good. Keep that all in mind. Let's put those bottles back in, Kitten Weed. I'm just like watching. And we can grab the Buchus as well now. Okay, that's enough. We have enough bottles there. We're good. All right. So we pick up a spade here, and we're gonna pick a full inventory of Buchus. If everybody picks a full inventory of Buchus, then you're good. Like, you're golden. You probably don't need that much, but if you pick a full inventory of Buchus, and you make some restores and some brews, you're laughing. Keep in mind how much supplies you're going to use. Again, about, I would say, maybe 16 brews and the rest restores, and maybe a prayer regeneration potion. Anything, like, I'm here to give you tech. I'm not going to tell you, like, to make Golpar and in Darkened Juice to make, like, you should know the recipes for these. You can Google them. If you have under 99, like, I don't know, I'm normalizing that so I don't have to, like, give you guys information that you've already heard. You'll lose engagement. Like, this is going to be good stuff here. And I'm not going to read you something you can get on the wiki. So, because everybody here should be using it. We're not on Gillinor Games, you know? So prepping, we can chill here. If you're in large groups, like three or more, one person might go down to Vanguards early, and they might take the supplies that you brought in. They might say, "Hey, Kittenweed, do you have a super restore and another thing?" And you can drop them, and they'll go fight Vanguards. And the reason why is because if you're on a CM and you are with 4 people, the time you have to meet is 43 minutes. So, and 5, it's even less. So, if they're taking you on a learner, they just might want you to get to the end of the raid a little faster, so they'll go down there. I wouldn't take it personally. They're not trying to take the reward chance from you or get all your points or anything like that. They're just making sure the raid gets finished on time. So here I made the revites, and I'm gonna make some in Darkened Juice here. And I just want to remind you, if you have any questions about the raid at all, like if you're struggling with any part or any mechanic, just leave a comment and I will literally respond to you. Or like message me in RuneScape and be like, hey, I don't know, hopefully this video doesn't get too big enough that that's a problem, but like, yeah, message me in game and be like, hey, I don't understand. They keep telling me to be on the left side when I see a special, but I don't know what that means. So yeah. And when we get to the Ulm fight, I will explain the Ulm fight in a way that, c'est magnifique. You will understand it, because I am a noob that really wants to be a sweat. So I learn everything in like the most relaxed way I can. So here you can see everything was how I put it in there. I'm going to drink my potions I came in with, and I'm going to drop my overload from my friend. And I'll take a couple more brews. You know, why not? We have all these supplies. We're not doing anything with them, so that's great. Okay, so now we're going on to Vanguards. And with Vanguards, this can be a room that a lot of people struggle with. So I'm going to give you a few tips of information. First, do not run through the middle of the room under any circumstance. You should always be around the perimeter of the room, okay? If it's just you in the room first, you want to stay in the same spot and let the Vanguards rotate. If there's 3 of you and you are rotating, then you'll rotate as soon as you see the Vanguards go down. If you install the Cox Additions plugin, it'll highlight the Vanguards with different colors. That indicates their attack style. So you want to use the combat triangle to attack them. So you attack the range with melee, you attack the melee with mage, and you attack the mage with range. So how I kind of remember the combat triangle is that, you know, arrows are going to go right into mage armor because it's like fabric. And mage armor is going to, or mage weapons are going to conduct on melee gear. And then melee gear is going to get through the tough dragon hide, but the dragon hide is resistant to magic. So that's kind of like how I do it, but I don't know. Maybe you want to do something else. That's just my helpful mnemonic. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to keep these within a certain percentage. So see, we have the melee at 50, the mage at 30, and the range at 30. That's going to be the additions as well. We just want to make sure those are within 30 of each other. If we were to kill... Okay, so now that they're all within that, we're basically good to kill. We see 23, 23, 20. Yeah, so now we can kill them as fast as we want. You can kind of see how I let them rotate to me at the beginning, and then I started rotating with them. It just depends on how many gear switches you want to do. But you should, in general, be comfortable with gear switches for Cox. And also, the person that commented on my last video and said horizontal U switching, and I'm sorry, okay? I am weird, and my inventory is weird, and I won't, you know what, I won't apologize for that. This is thieving. Thieving's pretty straightforward. You just want to pick the chest and get the grubs. The pink room, the pink dots are the ones that could either have poison in them or bats in them, and bats provide you points when you eat them. So when you're about to take your overload dose here for Vespula, you can actually just eat the bats to heal back up to full. It is good to be high health when you go into Vespula, because you get a precious like 4 or 5 hits in without having to do the redemption stuff, which I will talk about. So, you know, we're getting these bats here and we're putting them in. You're going to want to overload and prayer enhance again before you go into Vespula. That's okay. Make sure you communicate with your team, because it's really important you all enter Vespula at the same time, or else things will go awry, I should say. So go in at the same time, and you're going to see a tile I have marked. What you're basically going to do is you're going to set your quick prayers to redemption and rigor, or just redemption if you're still learning and you don't want your prayer to freak you out. You're going to get a prayer revite and an overload and drink those. And when you go in, you're going to click the portal, and as soon as you see your XP drop, and I suggest you check out my XP drop or my plugin video if you want to know how to see that like right in the middle of your character. As soon as you see the XP drop, you can click on the yellow tile that I have marked that you can see right there, and that will go ahead and line everything up. So, you know, that's great. As you can see here, just watch what I'm doing, you know, click, I see the XP drop, I click, see? It's easy. It is easy. This is my advice for Vespula, besides the redemption method. And this goes to the mentors that sent you this video as well. Don't leave a raid if you fail Vespula. You know, it's okay. You can take the little herbs from the lower part, or from the east part, and feed the grubs. And if you're worried about people not doing well, at the very beginning of the room, when you're all healed up, you can grab those grubs right away, and you can feed them. So you just grab those little leaves on the right side of the room, and you just feed them. So see that guy on the bottom? Let's say both of us planked. We might want to feed that guy, or else he's going to pop, and the room will be, like, griefed. So I suggest there's no shame in feeding the grubs. That's my advice, you know. If you disagree with me, sound off in the comments below. Okay, so we're about to go into Guardians. There's a lot of different ways people do Guardians. This is a chill raid, so we're just going to kill him, but some people will kill, or will, like, distract one side and then Chinchampa the other and go over quickly. There's a lot of different tech, and those are contained in much shorter videos. So I might post some tech examples below. But my goal with this video is that you have the tools, the general raid terminology and knowledge to watch tech videos and to update it yourself, because I am a firm believer if you just follow a guide, like T for T, and that's why like step by step, you can you know, whatever, it won't be as good. You should learn it yourself. That's what I say. So we're attacking the ranger here. We're almost down. Below this, we're going to go to Guardians. So what you can do is you can take all of your melee gear down there, and you're not going to need your mage gear again until Ulm. If you have, well, I probably shouldn't say that, because I would just get used to your inventory how it is. Like, people will say you can bank your mage gear, but mage is good for the little mutt. So, depending on your gear. So, I mean, I would just keep everything. Make sure you have a good amount of supplies going in there, because this is the last time you'll be able to bank before you get to Ulm. So, you might not see me bank too much here, just because we're in a normal and we're not in like a crazy raid. Do I bank here? I can't remember. Oh yeah, I do. And I still got a bat. I'm laughing. I'm bat goofing. You know what I mean? Anybody here bat goofing? And also with raids, and Guardians is the perfect place for me to explain this. Have fun. Like, RuneScape is a game about having fun. And I don't know, the We Do Raids community and a lot of the people who are not super good at the game, maybe people who are like my skill level, where like you're starting to get good, like you can do some bits of content, but like you're not super good. Those people I find are like the most toxic people in the whole game. Somebody's asking if I'm fishing monkfish. It's a good idea. I told him I'm video editing. If you shout out to, I can't read your name because it's too lewd. Okay, so we're gonna go into Vasa after this. We're gonna see, so I'll post in the comments more tech for this room as well. But basically, you can skip and get a few free auto attacks on Vasa. But I wouldn't recommend that if you don't know what you're doing. So I would check out the tech video that I posted below just to see what the Vasa skip looks like. Again, I think you should always be augmenting your knowledge with little pieces of tech. Like I've been telling you throughout this video, there are little things that you can do. Just learn about it. Learn. That's what RuneScape's about. We love learning. So we're going to go in, we're going to take our Bofa, and we're going to stand here while my friend attempts the skip. Now, you're not always going to make the skip. There are some rules. Some people say there's something to do with the Guardians. Some people say it's the tile you enter from. I personally think this didn't work because we entered from the north and south tile, but there's tech linked down there. So what he's doing there is he's running in to try to lure Vasa, similar to how people lure Tekton. But if they fail, you just want to run in really quick, run all the way up, and you want to pray mage. I pray melee here, but you want to definitely pray mage. And also, I didn't stand close enough, so that was troll. And that was kind of funny. So if you want to hit a 109 on your one defense friend, throw a like on the video. Okay, so what we're doing here in Vasa is we are just shooting them with our range, and then when they start to walk towards a crystal, we're going to attack that crystal with stab. So what the little yellow tiles I have marked are places where if nobody else is standing there or nearby, you won't get hit by Vasa's projectiles, and you'll just get leashed like I am right now. The other thing to notice is that Vasa can't go to the same crystal twice. So if you think about it, there are two paths that are potentially eliminated. So they're only going to go down one or the other. You can kind of do that to position yourself. You're thinking about your spatial awareness, all of that while you're doing the raid. So we have one more scav room here. That's not going to matter. We do want to pray melee through it, and we want to make sure we have our salve amulet on. Fun fact. Don't fact check me on this, but I'm pretty certain that Bofa with the salve is best in slot damage for CM skeletal mystics, but it's pretty good. So shout out Bofa. It's totally good, guys. I don't need a TiVo. Ha ha ha. I'm so poor in RuneScape. I have a 1.4 bill bank, everybody, and I've done like almost 100 CMs. Like I need, please give me good luck on that. Please. So we're going to kill these guys. What we're doing here is we're luring them. I'm just going to explain the mechanics of this again. Instead of explaining each spot and just like stand here, skeletal mystics have two attack modes. They're either going to be maging you or they're going to be meleeing you. When you're a tile away from them, they will start pathfinding towards you slowly, and they will start meleeing you. Now, if you get them trapped in a spot where they think they're still heading to melee you, then they will not attack you. So you're going to see us do that when we go to the end of the room here. We're going to grab these two. And we are going to pull them over here. So we want to make sure we stand on this tile that's just, I'm not doing it here, but if you stand on the tile that's just south, right there, and then you walk them to this tile, you can get them trapped. No, I did it wrong. I end up doing it right, I'm sure. Yeah, there we go. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to get him trapped on this corner here, so he can't actually attack us. And he might shoot out like one attack or something, but he attacks considerably less, which is really good. So now this other mystic we can lure in the same way. And we're going to be going on to Mutt. And everybody, the raid is almost over. Recording this, it went by in a flash. Hopefully you're watching it. You had a good time just hanging out with me. We're about to do Mutt here. So for Mutt, you're going to want to use your ancestral, if you have, or your mage gear if you have it, for the little Mutt, and your range gear for the big Mutt. So we're going to switch into our ancestral here. Twisted ancestral, by the way. I got 3 kits in 75 KC. So leave a dislike if you're jealous. I'm just kidding. Don't. Please don't. Okay, so attack the Mutt here. If they are by the door, you can stand right beside the tile and pray melee, and you won't get hit by either the blasts or the big attack. Okay, so somebody's going to freeze Mutt here. That's probably not going to be your job, but if it is, you know, we have ZGS, we have Entangle, we have all kinds of ways to freeze them at about 50% health, you know? Oh, sometimes this happens. That's okay. I didn't switch into my ancestral, so we learned a valuable lesson about why we don't bank our mage gear. And, you know, you're always going to be learning valuable lessons in raids. If you close yourself off to that, you will literally never get any better at the game. So don't be toxic, don't be mean, and don't feel bad if you're not performing well in RuneScape, right? Like, we don't feel bad, well, maybe some people do, but most people don't feel bad every time they, like, lose 2 ticks or something, skilling, and they get less XP. So what? If you make a mistake in a raid and you lose a little bit of GP per hour, you lose, like, what? You make a mistake, you die, you lose, like, 3,000 points, you lose, what? Like, 500k per hour? Whatever. Like, who cares? It's not a big deal. And you're still playing with your friends, you're getting KC, you're getting everything like that. So, you know, finish raids, do them, participate in the game. So what we're doing here is we're going to take our overload, and we're going to take our prayer enhance. This is what most people will be doing when they're trying to make time on CMs. We can deposit all of our extra gear that we don't need, and we can take out our supplies. So you're going to want 2 or 3 revites, an overload, a prayer enhance, and the rest aids. So that will keep your inventory all sorted. So let's have a conversation about the Great Olm. Olm, there are three roles in Olm. There is the Mage Skipper, there is the Mage Runner, and there is the Melee Hand. But really, there's only two roles, the Mage Skipper and the Melee Hand. The Runner, all their job is to do is to keep the balance right on either side of the head. So Olm attacks like this. He will attack the side that has players on it, and then he will rotate his head and attack the other side that has players on it. During each one of those attacks, he will do a little mini cycle where he will attack, he will do a regular attack, he will do something called a null attack, which is where he just kind of like moves a little bit. You'll see it in the raid. And then he'll do a special. So the goal of the Mage Skipper is to make sure that Olm doesn't do any special attacks. And they do this so you can see, I just want you to pay attention to my movement, how I'm going like back and forth during this, and how the Mage Skipper in the front is Mage Skipping. So we see he turns his head. He's going to take that second hit that could either be a second hit or a null attack. And now when Olm would have done the special, he turns his head over. See? So he turns his head back. He's going to do a regular attack again. And now, instead of doing the special, did you see that null? He kind of went, instead of doing a special, he's going to attack normally, or he's going to turn his head. So he would have specialed here, turns his head. Going to attack normally, turns around. They're going to turn their head. See? So you can see, if you look at the Mage Skipper, they're only running into that middle tile because they're trying to avoid firewalls. But if you think of it, if you split the room down in the middle, the Mage Skipper is just making sure that the left side has people on it. We're making sure Olm turns his head. Then we're going back to the right to make sure Olm was primed to turn his head back to the right. And then all the Mage Skipper is doing is making sure there's nobody on that side when he does that special attack. So that's my explanation about the Olm fight mechanics, and he's going to do that the entire fight. There's nothing else that he does. The head is just going to do that. So his basic attacks are really vast. So this is a special, lightning. Lightning, portals, crystals, those are special attacks. What you just saw there, the prayer orb, that is not a special attack. That is a regular attack. This is a special, it's a portal. So we're going to wait till we see the burn, and then we're going to stay away from each other. We got crystals, we're going to step back and step forward. So everything that isn't one of those is going to be a regular attack. So the burning flame, the prayer orbs that are shot to you, the flame wall, as well as his range and melee attacks are all just his, you could consider all of those his auto attacks, okay? Don't get those mixed up with specials. That is going to be... That's that. And the basic attacks that he does determines the phase that he's on, crystal or flame. If he's on crystal, he's going to do like the falling crystal basic attack. He's going to do the, if he's on acid, he's going to do the acid pool basic attack. And if he's on flame, he's going to do the burning thing where you have to stay away from people. So we're already on to phase 2. Phase 2, we're going to make sure we run over right away. If you're not the runner, listen to your runner. If you are the runner, you want to make sure that Olm is on cycle. And so you're asking, okay, I know how to skip. I know to not be on the side where Olm is going to attack with the special. But how do I make sure that, like, that's 3 attacks. I don't know if I can really stay on that cycle very well. Well, that's a good question. Olm can be pulled out of cycle if somebody messes something up. So there are a few ways we can indicate this. What the simplest way is to do is to keep skipping as normal until you see a special on the left side. That means that what you're doing is you're skipping the special that's showing up on the mage side, and you're waiting for the special to line up on the left side again. Once it lines up on the left side, you stay there for 1 cycle, make sure there's nobody on the right, and then you run back over. And what that does is it just makes sure that it's like lined up properly. So let's say you see like spikes on the left side. You're going to stay there. You're going to watch him go, do his weird null attack. You're going to watch him do a basic, and then you're going to run back over. Okay? Similarly, if you see an attack on the right side, then you're going to run over to the left, stay on the left. You will see a special. Let's stay on the left for the special, then go to the right. And I think that being able to adapt quickly to those changes is good. So that's what I'm going to say about mage skipping. You can see us dodging the different mechanics here, portals. At this phase, things are going to be stacking on top of each other. Oh, we just saw bombs. So yeah, bombs, you just want to make sure you're 4 tiles away from that. Lightning, watch what I do here. So with lightning, I didn't do it. I'm a coward. But you can do the Huey Codal thing and kind of like run past it if you want. There's a lot of newer bosses that have little bits of chambers all throughout it. So we're making good time here. We're actually making bad time, but it's okay because we are teaching. The purpose of this video is to teach. So we're going to make sure we dump both of our specs in here. You see I Soul Flame. Soul Flame is really great on CMs because if you don't hit your hammer specs on the hands, it can be like a real slog. So we're good there. Oh, we got to make sure we pray mage. And why are we switching prayers, Kitten? Well, the reason why is because Olm is, I think it's like 80% as likely to use the attack that he used previously. Oops, I messed that up. So that's okay. We just messed up here. We're going to look over, and now we see a special over here, right? So we're going to go over here. We don't really need to, but we did. So if they turn over here, we might see a special again. If we see a special, what are we going to do? We're staying over here to set up the attack cycle. You move over, we come back, and we're just going to do this. And like if we're out of cycle and we end up getting another special, we will head over to the left, do what we did, wait, so it gets restarts the cycle, and then it'll be good. But right now it looks like it's back in line, and we're not having to deal with any specials. I wouldn't worry about syncing up the hand too much. Yeah, the little falling crystals there in the corner. You can walk in a little 4 tile, like a click kind of maneuver, or you can just shift click walk down. Just make sure you stay in line with your tile if you're on melee tile. So hopefully this is like a guide that makes sense if you've just basically read the wiki and you're wanting to contextualize all the information that's there and know what is sort of useful and what is not. All of it is technically useful, but what are you actually going to be thinking during a raid? Hopefully this kind of brought you up to that. So what we're doing here is we're making sure the hands are killed at approximately the same time, right? So, the mage hand is down. What we're waiting for now is the melee hand to stop healing. That's that little infinity symbol. Then we can click, and it's going to be almost dead. We want to kill the melee hand first, usually, just because if it heals, we could be really messed up. Okay, so now those are both dead. If you're in a trio, you're going to have one person running the head from side to side, and basically, their job is to make sure that their job is to... Whoa, holy... Oh my gosh. Their job is to make sure the head is turning. So they turn the head to the right here. And as soon as the flame wall goes away, we're going to try to turn it to the left. The reason why is because the amount of damage that my teammates will receive is split evenly amongst them because the head is turning. Otherwise, it will just stay on the side that I'm on. Now, you kind of have to keep this philosophy. If you're in a 4-man, you can have either 2 people running or 2 people on each side. So running kind of the way I would explain running at the very end of this video is that running is basically removing yourself from the fight. Ohm doesn't see you because he's never looking at you. He just feels your arrows and your attacks, right? But he can't ever see you because by the time he looks over and goes to shoot at you, you've ran away. And if he hits you on that side, he saw you. That's kind of how I see it. I don't know. For me, if I make the game a little more abstract, it's easier for me to understand that sort of stuff. If I'm just following a guide, then I have to do it according to the guide maker's principles or whatever. So I hope this was useful. Let's see if we get anything. Oh, nope. Again, I want to shout out, if you're curious about any of the plugins I'm using in this video that I didn't explicitly mention, check out my plugin video, and I have another one of those coming out soon, so you can check that out as well. This has been my guide for raids in a way that is hopefully newbie friendly, because I am a noob at heart. please leave me feedback. This is my first time making one of these, and I would love to make more in this sort of like, not disorganized, but just like me sharing information with you guys kind of vibe. So I'll talk to you guys later, and thank you. Bye.